Think of the global financial system as a massive superhighway. Every single day, a continuous stream of money moves between businesses and nations along these digital lanes. This highway is managed by the United States. They control the correspondent accounts that act as the primary connection points between the world's banks. Because of how the system is built, an international trade between two other countries usually has to route through a checkpoint on U.S. soil before it can reach its destination. Managing these checkpoints gives the United States the power to decide which international trades can proceed and which are cut off entirely. Russia currently faces a massive problem. They have physical wealth the world wants to buy, like the energy produced at this facility, but they have been banned from the main financial highway. While their oil and gas can still leave the country, the payments for those resources are blocked. Since the U.S. closed their lanes on the highway, that money has no clear path back home. To fix this, Vladimir Putin recently signed a 287-page federal law that officially legalizes cryptocurrency for the state. Russia claims this is a necessary defense to protect their financial assets from what they call unfair pressure from the West. This is a calculated move to secure state revenue. Russia is using this technology out of necessity to keep its trade relationships alive as the traditional system shuts them out. This new law works by creating a financial detour, an off-road tunnel that goes underneath the U.S. checkpoints. Cryptocurrency allows money to move like a physical envelope of cash, passed directly from one digital wallet to another. It clears the transaction between two parties without needing a middleman or permission from a U.S. bank. Under the new rules, Russian companies can now use this tunnel to settle unlimited contracts for imports and exports with other nations. For the government, crypto has become a functional logistics tool designed to move billions of dollars in trade revenue that the traditional highway can no longer carry. However, there is a catch. While the state is using crypto for unlimited trade, they are simultaneously making it very difficult for their own citizens to use it. Ordinary Russians are strictly limited. They are only allowed to buy about $3,700 worth of crypto per year, and they may soon have to pass a government test before they can even do that. Even if you hold it, you can't use it for your daily life. It is strictly illegal to use Bitcoin to pay for a cup of coffee or any other local service inside Russia. Why would the government build such a powerful escape route for itself, but then block its own people from using the exit? The government is worried about its citizens abandoning the ruble. If people move their savings into crypto to protect themselves from inflation, the national currency loses its support. That $3,700 limit acts as a wall. It allows a small amount of money to leave the system, while ensuring that the vast majority of the country's wealth remains trapped in the local economy. Russia is rushing these laws because they see a massive threat to their economy on the horizon: the rise of digital U.S. dollars, or stablecoins. These digital tokens live on a smartphone, backed by safe U.S. assets. They let a person hold dollars without a traditional bank account. This technology makes historical border controls obsolete. Anyone with an internet connection can bypass their local bank and hold U.S. dollars directly. This presents a major risk to the state's survival. If 140 million people choose to save in digital dollars instead of rubles, the demand for the local currency disappears. Without demand, the ruble loses its value so quickly that the entire national money system could break down. To prevent this, the government is launching its own state-run version of digital money. It is called the digital ruble, and it is controlled directly by the Bank of Russia. This money is the opposite of a private cryptocurrency. It is a central database where the government can monitor and track every single transaction as it happens. Implementation is already mandatory. Major banks and businesses are legally required to start moving salaries and payments through this new surveilled system. Russia has built a two-layered system. They use an unregulated off-road tunnel to trade with the world, while herding their own citizens into a tracked, walled garden at home. Other powers are following suit. China is expanding its own digital currency, and major U.S. companies are building networks to move value outside of the traditional banking system. This competition has become a high-stakes race between superpowers. These nations are no longer just fighting over trade deals. They are fighting to control the very infrastructure of money itself.